Calf training. Now, a lot of people use a soleus machine or a calf raise machine where you're seated, and that's really only working the bottom part of your calves. What people really want to work when they're talking about calf training is the gastrocnemius, this thick, meaty part. Now, I was a hockey player. My calves suck, but they've gotten much better. Now they're actually coming out a little bit. Doing calf training, you can do the soleus machine, but like I said, it's not gonna hit that thick, meaty part. So here's some variations to work your gastrocnemius. You really wanna get into that lengthened position, so that's stretch mediated hypertrophy, where we're lengthening the calf, we're going all the way down where that heel is going past the ball of the foot, so you're stretching that out, especially under load. So whether that's body weight or you're doing regular weights, a standing calf press machine, or you're doing a Smith machine, or you're doing any sort of variation, we're getting that lengthening and shortening. The lengthening is the most important part. So here's 3 different options to hit the gastroc, whether you have machines or you do not, and those calves will hopefully help you hail a cab. Cabs, Ubers, Lyfts, whatever. They don't pay me, but I'll take the money. Calf raise machine, this actually should be called the soleus machine. The soleus crosses your ankle joint. So this is great for this part here that helps with explosiveness as you're running, but it does not hit the gastrocnemius because the gastroc crosses the knee joint. So when we're completely bent here, only hitting the soleus. And this is responsible for much higher reps. It's a slow twitch muscle fiber. So this machine, if you want to work your soleus, amazing, come down, up, pause through, but you're not getting any gastroc. Now, when you're doing this, you wanna think about those heels coming as low as you can, so get that stretch and pause through the top. But if you wanna hit the soleus and you wanna hit the gastroc, try this next exercise. If you don't have a standing calf press machine or a donkey calf press, which is amazing, by the way, where the weight is loaded on the back, a hack squat. Now yours may look differently. It may be up top where it's loaded here. Hack squat's great for the quads, but it's really good to load the gastrocnemius, and you're also hitting the soleus as well. So you can't really isolate the gastroc without hitting the soleus because it crosses that ankle joint. So if you're using a hack squat machine here, just simply drive up. The ball of your feet are pretty much the only thing that are on this pad. We're gonna think about stretching down here, coming up, pause through. That deep stretch. Now the gastroc really responds to a little bit heavier weight and lower reps. Now if you can't go heavy or you're doing 5 to 10 of these, that's completely fine. Try to hit around 20, 25 to that point where you can't move anymore. And when you can't move, get that stretch at the bottom and just pause through that bottom stretch. So you're just pulsing it out and repping it out. You can see my gastroc here is actually frying up and lighting up. If it's too easy, you can go 1 foot, like a B stance there. Oh, my calves, my gastrocs. That is your hack squat. Calf press, I need more calves. I'll be here all day long. Just get out here. See you later. And you wanna hit that gastroc, that meaty part of the calf, and you have a leg press machine at your house or at the gym, you wanna load this up, come up here, legs straight but slightly unlocked. We're gonna control down so I get that stretch through that gastroc, drive up, pause, and stretch through every single time. So you can do this bilateral, so you're using both feet, or drop it down to 1 foot here, drive up, pause, stretch down. Remember that stretch, the most important part of this movement. So get that stretch, that gastroc, drive up. That is your calf press on the leg. Now, if you don't have access to a back-loaded calf press machine, you don't have a Smith machine, you don't have a leg press, or any of the other variations that I'm gonna show you, I'm sure you have steps. Steps are pretty much abundant. You can go anywhere. Now, you wanna hit that gastroc. So this crosses that knee joint. Now, some people may just do this with 2 feet. You're gonna come down, up, pause, control, and really think about pushing those heels below the balls of your feet. Think about pressing through your extensor hallucis longus. What is that? That's your big toe. Stretch down, come up. Now, you can hold some weights with this, but I prefer if you're doing body weight, you go unilateral motion, so it's just 1 foot. We stretch down here, that knee is slightly unlocked. You can lock it as long as you're not going into full hyperextension. Come up, pause here. A lot of people focus on this pause, but they forget about that stretch down, and that stretch is the most important part. So once you get to the point where you can't come up anymore, just focus on that negative and that bottom part of the stretch under load, and eventually you're really gonna feel that gastroc fry out. That is your single leg, whew, stair calf press.